Any newcomers are there? Don't worry, you will get 4 backup videos. You can happily go through them and you can continue in this batch. Fine? Yeah. So regarding the course, this course title is Spring Boot and Microservices. It needs 110 to 120 session. Prerequisites are strong core Java knowledge, little bit of JDBC and basics of SQL are required. And the course fee is 7K without recordings and 12K with recordings. Fine. So the newcomers, please go through the backup videos. You will get more content, more information about our course schedule. Fine. So if you revise yesterday's session, we discussed about what, guys? What is framework, right? What we develop by using Spring and Spring Boot. Spring and Spring Boot is there to develop all kinds of enterprise application. It could be a standalone application or a web application or distributor. A typical enterprise application is combination of web application plus distributed application. Come on. We have taken one, two example. Browser talking to flipkart.com. Flipkart.com talking to what? UPA payment gateway application. UPA payment gateway application talking to bank application. All this stuff comes under what, guys? Enterprise application, which is a combination of web application plus distributed application. Later, we talked about one more example, online payment, credit card or debit card payment. Browser talking to Amazon.in, Amazon.in talking to payment broker PayPal, PayPal talking to payment gateway Master Visa, and Master Visa talking to banking application. So what's the difference between web application and distributed application, guys? Web application is client server application, but client is always fixed browser. Server is a software application. Distributed application is what? The application whose services can be consumed locally or remotely from different types of client application. So let me put like this, guys. Web application comes under what? C2B application, consumer to business application. End user always interact with what? Business software application, right, guys? Okay. Distributed application is always B2B application. Nothing but what? Business to business application. What application, guys? Business to business. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. So today, let us start our discussion with very popular question. What is the difference between web application and distributed application? What applications, guys? Shall we get into that, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah. What's your batch code? 717. 717. Okay. What is today's date? 19th. Yeah. What is that? What is the difference between web application and distributed? Right, guys. Now tell me here. So one side I am taking web application. Another side I'm taking, what is there? Distributed application. Okay, guys. Another side I'm taking distributed application. So first of all, yeah, tell me guys, it's a client server application. It is a client server application where the client is browser, right? Browser. Server is what is there, guys? Where the client is this server application is what is that? Software application. Nothing but network based website. Okay, next B. It is a client server application where both client and server applications are software application interacting with each other. That's great. Okay. Next B, guys. Interacting with what? Each other. It is called C2B application. What is that? Consumer or customer, guys. Consumer to business. Yeah. Tell me here, what is there? It is called B2B application. What is there? B2. Okay, B2B, business to business application, guys. What is there? Business to business. Business to business application. Okay. Yeah. Business to business. Okay. Allows only one type of client, right, guys? Only one type of client. That is browser. Are you getting my point, guys? Allows different types of what, guys? Different types of clients. Okay, different types of client. Different types of local or remote client. What, guys? Local or remote client. Are you getting my point there, guys? Local or remote client, like where is that? Local or remote client? Tell me. Mobile applications, web application, embedded, what, guys? Embedded system application. That I have given diagrammatic representation also, right? Okay, embedded system, desktop application, another distributed applications, right? Another distributed applications and etc. Another distributed applications and etc. These are called, tell me, these are called thin client. That means client side, nothing will be there. Lightweight client, thin client and fat server applications. What applications, guys? Thin client and fat server application. Client side, nothing will be there. Everything will be there at what side, guys? Server side. That's why these are called thin client and fat server applications, boss. Come on. Browser talking to nareshit.com. Anything of nareshit.com is there in browser. Browser can be generic browser, right guys? Come on. When you give request, some code of HTML, JavaScript comes along with the response, executes in browser. But everything is basically residing in what? Web application side, server side, right guys? Fat means more, thin means light. Okay. Okay, tell me guys. It is, these are called, what is this? Fat client. A client is a software application. Flipkart.com talking to PayPal. PayPal is actually distributed application. But PayPal side logics are there. Flipkart.com side logics are there. Right, guys? So both are fat client and fat server na, boss. Nothing is lightweight. Both are application. It deals with application to application interaction. Right, boss? Tell me, guys. These are called fat client and fat server applications. Fat client and fat server application. Here is what? Application to application interaction. Definitely these are called what, guys? Application to application interaction or not, boss? Nice. Tell me here what is there? E. E, guys. Runs based on request response model, right guys? Runs based on what, guys? Request response. Browser gives a request, website process the request, generates the response. So basically communication model is what? uh, Communication model is what? Communication model runs based on request response communication model. That's great. Here is what? E. Runs based on, right? Runs based on, where is that? Based on either method call model. What model? Client application calls the business method of the server application. Here, services, business services invocation. Come on, guys. Okay, where in RMI is AB level. Here, no request response, guys. Okay. In RMI is AB kind of environment, everything is method call. Server method we try to call in what? Client application. Here, client is a software application, server is a software application. So, client will call business method of the server or not, guys? Okay, either in method call model. What model? Either in method call model or in where is this, or in what we can say, guys, or we can request response model, request response communication model. Yeah, when you go to web services, guys, what is there? Web services. RMI is a web services are the environments where we can develop the distributed application. What applications? Where we can develop the distributed application. If you go for web services, extension of web application, okay, where there we can see request response model. If you develop the same distributed application using what? RMI is a B kind of thing, there you will be having what? Method call model. Are you getting my point? In web service also method invocation will be there, but the generated method call will go as request and result will come as what? Response. Web services is the extension of what? Web application development. So nowadays, why distributed application development has become easy? Because web services is a given extension of what? Web application development. That's why distributed application has become very much simplified, guys. Okay, guys. Okay. Next one. Okay. The communication protocol is HTTP or HTTPS. Whenever more security is required, we go for HTTPS. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTPS means what? HTTP over SSL. SSL is nothing but what? Secured socket layer. What layer, guys? Secured socket layer. Tell me next one. The communication, the communication protocol is JRMP in RMI. Okay, guys. What is that? In RMI level, JRMP. Java Remote Method Protocol. Java Remote Method Protocol. Okay, guys. Tell me next one. In EasyB also same JRMP. EasyB is extension of what? RMI, guys. Okay, guys. Tell me, guys. Okay, JRMP. When it comes to SOAP over HTTP, what, guys? SOAP over HTTP or just HTTP? Just HTTP. Where, guys? In case of web services. What, guys? In case of web services, we take the support of these protocols. Which protocols? HTTP or SOAP over HTTP. SOAP is one more protocol that runs on the top of what? HTTP. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Yeah, here let me abbreviate few things. What is that? Remote method invocation. EasyB is equal to RMI plus plus. What is there? RMI plus plus. Mr. Samir K, can you focus on current topic? Mr. Samir K, can you concentrate on current topic? Later formalities? Okay. Okay, guys. Why every distributed application? Samir K, I will talk everything about the subject classes at the end of the session. Can you continue on the current topic? Can you focus on current topic? Latecomers, newcomers, I'll spend exclusive time for you at the end of the session. Can you be in the classes? Can you be in the classes? Super. Right. Okay, you will get the backup videos. The people who joined today, who joined lately, don't worry. Okay, you will get the backup videos. I'll talk all the details at the end of the session. Okay, guys. EasyAB. What is that? RMI plus plus. What is there? Enterprise. Enterprise Java Beans. Okay. What is HTTP, guys? Hypertext. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTPS. HTTP over SSL. What is SSL, guys? Secured Socket Layer. Secured Socket Layer. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Okay. Next, what is there? SOAP. Okay. Simple Object Access Protocol. What, guys? Access Protocol. So right now I'm talking differences between web application and distributed application, guys. Both are client server, but one talks about application to application interaction. Other one talks about browser to software application interaction. Are you getting my point there, guys? So here, browser to application interaction. Browser to application interaction. Clear, guys? Got the point, my dear? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. So RMI is a distributed technology, guys. Where in which method calls will happen. EasyAB is also distributed technology in which also server application business method will be called, will be invoked from what? Client application. Fine. In web service also method calls will happen, but internally the method call looks like a request. Method execution result look like a response. That's why web service model of communication is what? Request response model. RMI is a B model of, come on. Okay, Prakash, RMI is a B not part of our course, Babu. I'm just naming them. Web service is part of our course. Clear? If I start covering everything I listed here, I think you have to give me 1 year time. Fine. And moreover, RMI is a B are what? Outdated one. Outdated. As replacement RMI is a B only, we got what? Web services. A simple way of developing web application. Clear? Super. Stop assuming your own stories. Please focus on the points. If it is what is required, what is not required. I think what we are going to study in the initial classes only, I decided and discuss it with you, right? Fine. Okay. Now tell me. Okay. The Java technologies. What, guys? Java technologies to develop the web applications are servlet JSP. To develop the web application, servlet JSP technologies are required or not required? Java technologies to develop the distributed applications are, what is there? RMI, EasyB, Corba, what is there, guys? Corba, outdated. All these are outdated. Since I know, since my career is started with EasyAB, I'm sharing this info. I'm just sharing this info. It does not mean we have to spend time on outdated things, right? Yeah, but before launching web services, technically I will explain why RMI EasyAB got failed, why Corba got failed. Then we will get into what? Web services, no doubt. What is there? Corba. Common object request broker architecture. Common object request broker architecture. Common object request broker architecture, guys. Where is my notepad, guys? Gone? How come it happened? I think I have saved or not saved. Saved? Something I saved in the beginning. I don't know how much we got it. Let's try our luck, boss. Nothing is saved, it seems. Oh, I think we lost how many points? Up to D. How many are there actually? Huh? Up to G we got. Okay. Fine. Fat server, fat client. Okay. Hmm. Tell me. What are the points we missed, guys? E. Yeah, these are based on what, guys? These are the communication model is request response model. It's bad luck, guys. I heard about Corba in computer networks. What should I do, boss? Mr. Rohit Sharma, you heard, but it is outdated, right? Yes. Okay. Next one, guys. Here, the communication model is is method call model. Where, guys? RMI is AB. And come on, guys. And and uh, uh, and uh, and what is that? Request response model. What model, guys? Request response model. That is what, guys? In web services, that is request response model. Okay. Mm. Fine. Okay. Next one. The communication protocol. What is that? The communication protocol is what, guys? HTTP. Come on. HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP comma HTTPS. Here what is there, guys? The communication protocol is JRMP. What is that? In RMI is AB, it is JRMP. Agree with me, guys? Tell me. HTTP comma soap over HTTP. Where was HTTP and what? Soap over HTTP in which environment? Web services environment. What environment, guys? Web services environment. Okay. Next, G. Technologies. The Java technologies to develop the what is there? Web applications. Web applications are what there? Servlet JSP. Okay, guys. Tell me. The Java technologies. The Java technologies to develop the, tell me, guys, distributed application. What, guys? Distributed applications are, what is there? RMI. What is there? RMI is a Corba. I think there we struck it up, right? Okay, fine. So here, let me give first a few things fastly. RMI. What is RMI, guys? Remote method invocation, right, boss? What is there? Remote method invocation. What is next one we got, guys? EAB. Enterprise Java B. Next, HTTP. Hypertext transfer protocol. HTTPS. HTTP over SSL. HTTP over SSL. What is there? So, simple object access protocol. What is there, guys? Simple object access protocol. Tell me next one. SSL. Secured socket layer. Secured socket layer. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Super. Corba is there na? Okay. Corba. Common object request broker architecture. What is there? Common broker request broker arc. Yeah. Now, not only technologies, using frameworks also we can develop the websites, guys. Can I give the list of frameworks using which we can develop the web applications? Okay, the Java frameworks. Right now we are Java people, na? Java frameworks to develop the Web applications are, tell me what they are, guys. Struts is there, which is outdated. JSF not outdated, not popular. In Spring, we have a module called MVC. Entire Spring can be used for different purposes, guys. A module called MVC is given for this purpose. Spring Boot MVC also there for the same purpose or not, guys? Okay, in Spring, which module we use for developing web applications? Yeah, guys. Next one, I. Okay. The Java frameworks to develop the, what is that? Distributed applications. What, guys? Distributed applications are. Okay, guys. Distributed applications are JAX RS, right? GH. Okay, fine. We'll change it. No problem. JAX RS. JAX WS. Are you listening my statement? Apache Axis. All these are web service based only. All these are web service based. Apache Axis. Axis. Apache CFX. Apache CFX. Right. In Spring we have Spring REST, which is MVC++. Okay, guys. Sadab, you have to wait until I launch everything. Fine. That's what I always said. Whenever you have a query, hold it for 5 to 10 minutes. Most of the queries will be cleared in what? Next 5 to 10 minutes. Especially chat box heroes, please control your excitement. I appreciate your excitement, but hold it for 5 to 10 minutes. Everything will come in incremental order, right? Okay. Spring Boot REST. It is also what? MVC++. This REST module is extension of what, guys? Come on. MVC module. That's why we call that one. So lastly, we have to give web examples or not, guys. Let's conclude with what? Example. After seeing this, you are getting some visualization or not, guys? Example. What is that? nareshit.com, flipkart.com, right? And etc. And there are a lot of distributed applications that are already available in the world, guys. Okay, next one, first one. UPA payment application. What application? UPA payment application. Next one. Payment gateway application. I'm not give specific, guys. Payment gateway application. Next. Payment broker application. Already I have given examples, guys. UPI payment means GPay, PhonePe kind of thing. Payment gateway application means what? Master, Visa, this kind of application. Payment broker means what? PayPal, Razorpay, Nemo Pay, PayU Money. So many brokers are there or not? Okay, payment broker application. BSC application, Bombay Stock Exchange application. NSC application, National Stock Exchange application. Next, weather report application, which gives weather report whose services can be consumed from different places. Next, COVID. During COVID time, they have launched what? COVID application, which gives coronavirus cases count in different countries. Various facilities related to coronavirus related effect is offered by what? This COVID application, right? And etc. ClickBuzz is a website. It's a client to distributor. ClickBuzz is not a distributed application. ICC application is what? Distribute. From there, these people access the score through website, through mobile application, through other devices. They try to display the score. Right, boss? I think now you got the crystal clear clarity about web application and distributed application. Come on. At the end of the course, what are the application you are going to develop? Standalone application, web application, distributed application. Okay, also called as enterprise application. But these application are you going to develop Only by using one architecture or two architectures. What are those two architecture? One is monolith architecture, other one is what? Microservice architecture. Are you getting my point? Super, guys. Chat GP API. Okay. API, web service, both are one and the same, guys. Technical word for web service is nothing but what? API. There are so many APIs are there. Yeah, what's the difference between monolith and microservice architecture? Tell me. Monolith means various services are processed, combined into single unit and released as single unit. Right, guys? What do you mean by microservice architecture, guys? What do you mean by microservice architecture? The microservice architecture is all about, come on, guys. Ah, different services will be developed as different project, later integrated. Okay, guys. In monolith architecture, what is the problem? Services are tightly integrated, right? One service down, other services are down. Can I take and use one service in different projects? Mr. Whiteshirt, please focus. Right. Ah, in microservice architecture, all these problems are solved or not, guys? All these problems are solved or not, guys? Super, guys. Okay. Now, listen carefully. Why industry is crazy about working with frameworks? Because in Java learning, how many things are there to learn? Java language, Java technologies, Java frameworks. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. A thin client means client side nothing will be there. Fat client means everything will be there. At what? Fat means more. Thin means less. Thin means less. Fat means more. You look at browser talking to nareshit.com. Any code of nareshit.com will be there in browser. So now here browser is thin or not? Everything is there at what side? nareshit.com. nareshit.com is a server that to having everything. That's why can I call it as fat server? Okay, what about fat client and fat server, boss? What do you mean by fat client and fat server? Both are heavy. Both are having logic because both are application. Flipkart talking to PayPal. PayPal is having logic, heavy logic. Flipkart is also having logic. PayPal talking to Visa application. PayPal is having logic, Visa is having logic. Flipkart.com talking to GPay. GPay is having logic. Come on, guys. Flipkart.com is having logic. So both are heavy or not? So can I say fat client and fat server? I request all online students. These are career change, career building courses. While attending classes, stop playing with the mobiles. Okay? We have to learn new things every day. Learning same point again and again will not progress. I request everyone to focus more and more. Because someone who asked fat client and fat server again, that means that time you might be playing with mobile a lot. The only problem for online students is self-discipline is very, very important. If you don't have self-discipline, please come for offline classes. If you have self-discipline, then only think about going for what? Online classes. Definitely self-discipline is required. Fine. Okay, next. Yeah. What is the next one? Advantages of working with frameworks. Any framework, guys, not only in Java level, in every level, it's a trend of working with the frameworks only, na? Advantages of working with the frameworks. Yeah, first one. Every framework provides abstraction on one or more technologies and simplifies the application development. Abstraction means hiding the detail. It uses technology, but it never makes programmer to worry about it. Spring MVC internally built on the top of what? servlet, JSP, and lot of other technology. But it never makes you to worry about much. Spring JDBC internally uses what? Plain JDBC technology, but it never makes you to bother much on it. Yes or no? Na? It uses but never makes programmer to worry about it. That is called abstraction or not. Hiding the necessary details, hiding the unnecessary detail, exposing only necessary detail is called as what? Abstraction. Are you getting my point? Yeah. Every framework provides the, what is their abstraction on. Every framework provides the abstraction on one or more technologies and simplifies the application development process. Yes, guys? Yeah. Contains the ability to generate common logics dynamically. This improves the productivity of the application or not, guys? What do you mean by productivity, guys? Doing more work in less time? Yes or no? Na? Okay, super. Generates the generates the common logics of the application dynamically. This reduces the burden on the programmer and also improves what, guys? The productivity of the application. What do you mean by productivity, guys? Productivity of the application development. What do you mean by productivity? Doing what? More work in less time? Doing more work in less time? I want reply, guys. It's all about doing more work in less time. I want reply from you people. Come on. Okay, guys. Next. Yeah, listen. All the APIs, listen, all the libraries or APIs that are there in framework are modeled after real-time scenarios based on real-time use cases. So that it's not just like the take them and use them kind of thing. You need not to build them from what? Scratch level. I'll take one small example, then you will understand, guys. Point number one. Point number one. For example, you take one e-commerce website which is newly launched, not properly developed. You selected some items, added to the cart, proceed for billing. Bill has come by showing discount, all this stuff. Proceed for payment. You have chosen credit card. Form has come. Fill up the details. You clicked on submit. Come on, guys. After circle by talking to other people, so it will give one success page. Your payment is collected. Congratulations, payment is selected. You saved this month. Some message has come. But this end user, who is also a bit innocent, okay, he got some bad habits. Whenever he is idle in front of system, he presses the refresh button. He presses the refresh. Some people are having bad habit. Now, some people will minimize, maximize window. Some people will move window here and there, right? Okay. Different people will do unknowingly. They won't do wantedly, but it happens, right? Whenever they are idle. This fellow also, after getting that success page, unknowingly pressed submit button, refresh button another 3-4 times. After 3-4 days, goods are delivered. Happy. Oh, this website is not a fake website. They are delivering the goods. Happy. After 45 days, credit card statement has come. If you look at the statement, guys, if you look at the statement, in that statement, you notice money is not deducted for one time, money is deducted totally for 5 times. As a customer, you will feel you are cheated, right? When you feel you are cheated, you will get frustration. When you get frustration, you will give ring to call center. Okay, call center people, how aggressive you are, that much coolly they will talk. And that coolness will give more aggression. Yes or no? Na? After listening all our scolding, he will ask, what can I do for you, sir? Anything else to serve, sir, right? Okay, that gives more and more irritation, right, boss? Okay, fine. Initially, you started telling your problem. On so and so date, I did so and so transaction. Okay, I did payment only for one time, but it has taken 4 or 5 times. I know so many people said that not to use unknown website, but trusted you, but you cheated me. But that fellow trying to explain, not like that, sir. You might have pressed some refresh button, or multiple time you might have submitted credit card. And this guy has done those works unconsciously, right? Want not intentionally. He did not remember what happened on that particular day. He's saying that I'm a graduate, postgraduate, computer engineer. Why I will do payment multiple time? Am I mental or not? That fellow is saying that sir might have happened mistake. Okay, that's not a problem. We will refund. But this fellow ego got hurted. He is pointing out me and saying you did payment multiple times. Okay, first conversation started in English. As heated argument started, Hindi. Uh, More heated argument, mix of Hindi and English. Somehow, customer got the logical point. What is that logical point? Okay, I pressed refresh button or submit button multiple times. That's why you detected. So you received payment multiple times. Then why did you deliver goods only for one time? You are supposed to deliver same set of goods for multiple times. That means you are trying to cheat the customer. By saying that statement, he got the satisfaction of winning over what? Call center executive. Okay, and then agreed for what happened. Send my money back. He said coolly, it takes 36 working hours, sir. Okay, fine. Whatever it is, you send it. So this problem is technically called double posting problem. What problem? Or duplicate form submission problem. Technically, this is called double posting problem or what? Duplicate form submission problem. Whenever I am repeating certain words, I request online student to you also type in the chat box, but keep in private mode, not in everyone mode, right? Select me and keep in private mode and type that important words. Then they will resist in the brain. Anyhow, you people are uttering those words in front of me, it's good. But at least online student, you should write those terminologies. Then they resist in brain, they will remember for a long time. Yeah, what is that problem? Double posting problem or duplicate form submission problem. Clear? To solve this problem in Servlet JSP environment, you don't believe, you need to write, okay, 300 to 400 lines of code by having matured programming knowledge of Servlet JSP. Minimum 1 2 days you have to spend. Then only that problem will be solved. Why? Because technology gives very less ready-made facilities. Most of the things to solve that problem, you have to write on your own. You have to build on your own. So some complexity is involved or not, guys? But you go for frameworks, my dear. You go to framework. You go to frameworks. What happens, especially Spring MVC kind of thing, Spring Boot MVC kind of thing, right? It won't do off work or full work. There is 1 2 methods are there which you have to override and write some basic logic. Automatically problem is solved. That means already some mechanism is already built. You have to just activate it. You have to just activate it. So what should I say? The APIs and libraries are framework. of framework are modeled after real-time scenarios and use cases. So we can develop big services just like that. Whatever we are developing from scratch level, building step by step, can be done just like that in what framework. That's the reason I'm saying 80% readily available, only 20% you have to develop. Convinced with me, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. The APIs are libraries of frameworks are modeled after what, guys? Modeled after real time scenarios and what use cases. Real time scenarios and use cases. So using these APIs and what, guys? Using these APIs and libraries, the application development process, what, guys? Becomes easy. Definitely becomes easy or not, guys? Yeah, now listen carefully. Out of 100 projects that are there in the market, 98% projects are happening in what framework? Maybe Java framework, maybe .NET framework or UI framework. But everywhere it's a trend of working with frameworks or not, guys. It's always trend of working with framework. So frameworks have become industry's de facto standard to develop the applications. Not only in Java domain, every domain. Not only in Java domain, every domain. They have become industry's de facto standard to develop the application. Is it not interesting, Babu? Come on, everyone. Got the clarity, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's see. Hmm. What do you mean by de facto? Not officially announced anywhere, but everyone follows it. Right? De facto, de facto. Okay, when nothing, automatically people chooses and uses it, but not officially announced anywhere. Okay. Before Narendra Modi, who was our prime minister, guys? Manmohan Singh. At that time, who was our de facto prime minister? Not officially announced, but everyone knows. What is that? Sonia Gandhi, right? Because though Manmohan Singh is there in the front, right? But in the background, entire game is played by whom? Sonia Gandhi and her team, right, boss? Okay. Yeah, let's see, guys. What is the story now? The APIs are libraries of framework. These are frameworks are industries. What, guys? De facto standard. De facto standard to develop the uh, applications. What standard, guys? De facto standard. I think everyone got the reasons to work with the frameworks, guys. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Right. Super. Okay, guys. Now tell me here different types of what, guys? Different types of Java frameworks. What? Java framework based on the kind of applications we develop. Different types of Java framework based on the kind of applications we develop. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Kind of applications we develop. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah, tell me here, what is there, guys? A. First one, A. Web application frameworks, or we can say MVC frameworks. What frameworks, guys? Yeah, to develop the uh, okay, to develop the Java web applications. Java web app. Yeah, what are the examples for MVC frameworks, guys? Struts, JSF, Spring MVC. What, guys? Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC, and etc. Next. Yeah, this is very important, guys. This is first time. ORM frameworks. What, guys? Now listen. JDBC is there to develop the persistence logic, nothing but the logic that talks to database software and manipulates the database data. That is called persistence. Persistence means storing and managing data. Persistence logic means the Java code or some other code that talks to persistence store called database software, access the data and manipulates the data. Now onwards, whenever you heard about persistence word, it's all about storing and managing data. Persistence logic means the logic that access that data that is there in persistence store called what? Database software. And using that logic, we also manipulate the data or not, guys? ORM means object relational mapping. What is that, guys? Okay. MVC. What is MVC? Model view controller. It's one kind of architecture. ORM. Object relational. What is there? Object relational map. Yeah, listen, guys. ORM frameworks allows us to develop database software independent, objects based persistence logic by providing abstraction on JDBC technology. What technology? Sir, I'm happy with the JDBC. Now, why should I go for ORM frameworks? JDBC is good, but not great. Whenever I use JDBC, everyone should listen, guys. I have to write SQL queries to send and execute in database software. Come on. Come on, my dear. Without sending SQL queries, can I do database manipulation? Okay, but SQL queries are 70% database software independent, 30% database software dependent. But overall, SQL queries are what? Database software dependent only. The data types that are there in Oracle are not there in MySQL. The aggregate function that are there in Oracle are not there in MySQL. MySQL is different, Oracle. The date related functions, okay, the date related keywords function that are there in Oracle, not there in what? MySQL. So 30% queries are database software dependent. Overall SQL queries are what? Database software dependent. If I develop the persistence logic by using what, guys? JDBC, I have to write SQL queries. SQL queries are database software independent or dependent? Dependent. So overall JDBC persistence logic is database software dependent or independent? Dependent. Come on. So while working with the JDBC persistence logic, can I change the database software in the middle of the project development? Can I change database software Oracle to MySQL, MySQL to Oracle in the middle of the project development, guys? Addressing that problem, we have got ORM framework. What it says, I don't use SQL queries. I make every record represented by one object. What object? Java class object. 100 records are 100 object. 200 records na 200. No SQL queries. Everything you manipulate through objects. Our objects remain same, though database software changes, na boss. No need of SQL queries. Everything, every record is represented by whom? Object. These objects will remain same tomorrow if database software is changed or not, guys. So can I say this objects based persistence logic is what? Database software dependent or independent? This objects based persistence logic is what? Database software dependent or independent? Convinced or not, guys? Okay, ORM framework to develop objects based database software independent, okay, persistence logic without having SQL queries, in which in which every record is represented by one object. So okay, so these objects based persistence logic will remain same though we change database software in the middle of the project. Is it not interesting, Rababu? It's one more level upside compared to JDBC. Come on. See, JDBC is good, but problem with what? SQL queries. So we can overcome that problem or not, guys? Sir, now I'm excited. What are the ORM frameworks we got? Hibernate, Top Link, come on. Eclipse Link, okay. We have OJB, IBTs. All these are ORM frameworks that are there in the market. In Spring, no module is there acting as ORM framework, not there. But in Spring, we have module providing abstraction on ORM framework. Look at the Spring and Spring Boot power now. Not only on technologies, they are providing abstraction on what? Small frameworks also. Bapka Bap, right? Spring Boot is a framework providing abstraction on whole Spring. But the Spring and Spring Boot also providing abstraction on what? Small frameworks that are there in the market, like Hibernate, IBTs kind of thing, which are ORM frameworks. Are you getting my point there, guys? ORM means in your mind, one thing should visualize. What is that? 10 record represented by 10 objects. You want to delete the record, delete the object. You want to read the record, read the object. You want to update the record, update the object. You want to insert the record, create object having data. Okay, give that one to ORM framework, asking to insert the record. Come on, it will insert the record. Once record inserted, this object and record will come into communication, will come into synchronization. Anything you do on object reflects to record. Anything you do on record reflects to what? Object. Convinced, boss? Yeah. To develop objects base, no SQL queries. Okay. ORM internal uses JDBC, but that part we don't bother, right? Yeah. Fine, guys. Are JPA ORM one and the same. JPA ORM one and the same, right? JPA is the theory specification. ORM is the implementation. Come on. JPA is like a Java course browser. ORM is like what? Faculty who conducting classes based on that course browser, right? Okay, JPA is like a building plan and real building is the ORM. One is theory, one is practical. Okay, got it? Super, guys. Mr. Samir K, I already said, put your queries to me. Put your queries to me. It's related to subject. If you have a queries related to course, related to career, please put me at the end of the session. Please, you have to follow the protocol of the class. Protocol won't change for one individual. Please. I already addressed you by taking your name, but still you are saying something. Fine. Okay. Charan Sparsha. Okay. Fine. See, be in the class. Don't do any overaction, please. To develop objects based, what, guys? Objects based, database software, independent. What logic, guys? Persistence logic. By getting abstraction on what, guys? Abstraction on JDBC technology. JDBC technology. By simply getting abstraction on JDBC technology or not, guys? Super, guys. JDBC persistence logic. What logic, guys? Nothing but JDBC code. Code that talks to database software. That talks to database software for CORD operations. What operations? I think you know what is CORD operation. Super. Is database software dependent? What, guys? Persistence logic. Because what, guys? Because SQL queries are what, guys? Database software. Come on. Independent. What, guys? Sorry, dependent. Dependent queries. Fine. Tell me next one. ORM based. ORM frameworks based. OR mapping persistence logic. What logic, guys? Persistence logic is objects based, and these objects remain same, though we change the what is there, though we change the database soft. So ORM, so we can say OR mapping persistence logic. Persistence logic is database software independent persistence logic. Database software independent persistence logic. Okay, guys. Now listen carefully how ORM looks, guys. Right. Student object 1, student object 2. Okay. Array, I asked to write words, ra, not the sentences, ra, my dear. Okay, don't be busy only in typing without listening class. Okay, some people are writing easier also, very good also. No, no, no. Only important technical words I ask you to type. People are writing big, big sentences. You are wasting your whole time in typing only. You came to become typist or Java developer? Typist means you type. I don't mind. Okay. I say with one intention, they will do some with other things. This is what, guys? Database. This will be having what, guys? Student table. Array, sum table. What table? Sum table. In this student table, we'll be having columns and values, columns and records. Here is what, guys? SNO, S name, SADD, average. SNO, S name, average. 101, Raja, Hyderabad, 90.0. Next, 102, what is there? Rajesh, Vizag. Vizag is a city in Telugu states. 92.2. Yeah, this is what, guys? ORM framework. What is that? ORM frame. Okay, example is Hibernate. Example is hibernate. Okay, tell me. Student object 1. What object? Student object 1. Next, student object 2. Student object 1, student object 2. Okay, first one represent first record na boss. 101 Raja, Hyderabad, 90 point. Second one represent second record na boss. 102 Rajesh. What is there? Vizag, 91.2. Are you getting my point there, guys? Done. Come to this place. Done. Clear, guys? Got the point, my dear? Come on. Super. Right? Yeah. If I do any modification in record, it will reflect to object. If I do any modification in object, it will reflect to record. Who will take care of that work? ORM framework. So if I change database Oracle to MySQL, MySQL to Oracle, these objects will remain same or not? Where these objects will be there? So these objects will be there in Java application. This is Java application or not? Whatever logic I am writing through objects, that is called OR mapping persistence logic or not, guys? This is definitely called OR mapping persistence logic. This is definitely called OR mapping logic, guys. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. I think you got the clarity about ORM frameworks, guys. Okay. Examples. Can I give examples of ORM frameworks? Tell me, industry standard is to write JDBC style persistence logic or OR mapping style persistence. In our course, what we are going to learn? OR mapping, not JDBC. JDBC already did in what? Advanced Java level. Agree with me, guys? Super, guys. Tell me here. Hibernate. What is there? Sir, in web application, you have not written 1, 2 lines also. We already know, right? We already discussed a lot about web application, right, boss? Tell me. Next one. Hibernate. Next one. Top link. And this is best. This is best. Hyperlink, top link. Tell me next one. No, JPA, I already said one thing. Spring Link is not there, boss. Don't create your own frameworks. Eclipse Link, right. Eclipse Link, IBTs, OJB, OJB, and etc. What, guys? Etc. Now listen carefully. Spring Spring is not providing any modules directly acting as a ORM framework. Like Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC, we don't have such module. But in Spring, we have a module providing abstraction on ORM framework, like Spring ORM module, Spring Data JPA module. These two modules provide abstraction on what? Frameworks itself. What kind of framework? Hibernate, IBTs, Eclipse Link, Top Link, and etc. They are not. Spring is not supplying any ORM framework, but Spring is having modules providing abstraction on framework. Already, Hibernate framework is simplifying JDBC code. But this Spring ORM module, Spring Data JPA module, simplifying what? More and more Hibernate code. More and more what? Hibernate code. Next level of what? Abstraction. You feel JDBC is like washing cloths with detergent soap. You take Hibernate as what? Washing clothes using semi-automated washing machine. What, guys? And now you have to feel Spring ORM or Spring Boot ORM, Spring JPA, Data JPA, Spring Boot Data JPA are fully automated washing machine. Abstraction on abstraction. Don't you think it's a great, guys? One framework providing abstraction on another framework, guys. Okay, node. Spring is or Spring Boot. Spring or Spring Boot is not having direct modules acting as ORM frameworks. ORM frameworks, but they provide following modules. Providing what, guys? Okay, guys. Providing what is there? Abstraction on ORM frameworks. Abstraction on ORM framework. What are the following modules, guys? Spring ORM. No, not Spring JDBC, only Spring ORM. Okay, guys. Next one. Spring Data JPA. When Spring ORM is there, Spring Boot ORM also there. If module is studied in Spring style, that is what? Spring module. If module is studied in Spring Boot style, that is called what? Spring Boot module. Spring Boot Data JPA. Among these two things, who is best, guys? Spring Boot Data JPA is the latest. Spring Boot Data JPA is what? Latest. So one more note I want to give. Spring Boot frameworks are not only, tell me, guys, providing abstraction on, are not only providing abstraction on, okay, Java JWE technologies. But guys, but they are also providing what, guy? Abstraction on, what is this? Okay, other Java framework. Other Java frameworks like what is there? Hibernate, Ibetes, and etc. Hibernate, Ibetes, and etc. I think we got the idea about second one, guys. A, B. Can I go for C, guys? Okay, let me highlight, guys, because this is extended little bit. That's why I will try to highlight like this. MVC frameworks, ORM frameworks. Third one is what? Web services framework, guys. What is there? Web services frame. These are what? Web services framework. Are you getting my point? Yeah. These frameworks, okay, provides various facilities to develop distributed application in web services environment. What environment, guys? Okay, ultimately these are there to develop the distributed applications or not? What do you mean by distributed application? I already said so many times. The application whose services can be accessed remotely or locally from different types of client application is called distributed application. Distributed application is browser to software application interaction, software application to software application interaction. Software application to software application interaction. It is definitely going to be what? Software application to software application interaction. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super, guys. Okay, let's see, guys. Web services frameworks. What guys? Uh, these frameworks provides abstraction on web services technologies. What guys? Web services technologies to simplify. What guys? To simplify. Okay. Web services based. What guys? Distributed application development. Distributed application development. Okay, guys. What are the examples for it? Okay, we have Spring REST. We have, what is there? Spring Boot REST. Array, let me say, officially there is no REST module, guys. MVC module extension only, we call it as what? REST module. Officially, there is no module called REST. Okay, MVC module extension only, we call it as what? REST module. Are you getting my point? MVC plus plus. Next, guys. Spring. Next one. Uh, there are some more frameworks, guys. Metro is one framework. Metro is one framework. Jersey is one framework. Okay. Apache CFX is one framework. Apache Access is what? Apache Access is one framework. Next here, I want to have REST Easy. What is there? REST Easy. Can I say something? Someone saying .NET. I am right now. I'm giving list of what? Java frame. Don't forget, we are giving list of Java framework. Don't get into .NET all of a sudden. Next, guys, JWE frameworks. What frameworks, guys? Also called as application frameworks. JWE frameworks are application frame. Let me say one thing, guys. Whatever I listed so far, they are providing abstraction on one or two technologies. They are providing abstraction on one or two frameworks. But interesting thing is, these JWE framework provide abstraction on multiple Java JWE technologies, multiple Java framework, and simplifies all kinds of Java J2WE application development, like standalone application, web application, distributed application. It is like all-rounder framework or not, guys? What are those, sir? I'm excited to know. Array, nothing was. Whole Spring Boot. So far in other places, I have given modules of the Spring and Spring Boot. Now I am presenting what? Whole Spring and Spring Boot, guys. Whole Spring and Spring Boot comes under what, guys? Come on, everyone. JWE framework. Ultimately, what we are learning now is JWE frame. Jakarta Enterprise Edition. Earlier name is what? Java Enterprise Edition. Using Spring Boot, I can develop standalone application, web application, distributed application, overall enterprise applications, right? Using Spring Boot or Spring Boot, I can develop presentation logic, persistence logic, business logic, okay, primary logic, secondary logic, functional logic, non-functional logic, all kinds of logic. So can I say Spring Boot frameworks are whole Spring and whole Spring Boot I am talking are all-rounder frameworks or not, guys? If you feel web application development is batsman, okay. Next, distributed application development is bowler. But this JWE framework, Spring and Spring Boot, is all-rounder or not, guys? Using this, I can develop standalone applications, web applications, come on. Distributed application. I hope slowly you are getting clarity, boss. Which fall under which category? Now onwards, when you heard about hibernate, what should strike it in your brain? OR mapping, ORM framework. Spring JWE framework. Struts web application framework, MVC framework, right? If someone takes only Spring MVC, web application framework. So Spring Boot, collection of module. Some modules are providing abstraction on technologies. Some modules are providing abstraction on what? Other existing framework. Overall, they are providing what? Environment of abstraction to develop all kinds of enterprise applications or not, guys. If someone asks you what is Spring framework, which framework? JWE frame. For what purpose? To develop enterprise applications in Java by getting abstraction on Java JWE technologies and also on Java frameworks. Yes or no, guys? If someone asks you me Spring definition, Spring Boot definition, Spring Boot or JWE framework providing abstraction on what? Multiple Java JWE technologies and Java framework to simplify all kinds of enterprise application development. Come on, guys. To simplify the process of developing enterprise application. Convinced or not, boss? These frameworks provide what is there? Abstraction on abstraction on Java JWE framework. Java JWE frameworks. Sorry, Java JWE technology. And on few Java frameworks. Right, guys? To simplify the process of developing enterprise applications in Java. Enterprise applications in Java. Convinced, boss? To simplify the process of developing enterprise application. Enterprise application can be a standalone application, distributed application, web application or not. Standalone applications, comma. Web applications, comma. Come on. What is next one? Distributed. Clear, boss. Got the point, my dear. Come on. Examples, guys. Spring. If I use Spring Boot frameworks effectively, there is no need of learning other frameworks in the market. Why? They are all-rounder framework. Yes? So that's why after arrival of Spring and Spring Boot, are we concentrating on any other framework learning? Someone says hibernate. You are learning Spring Data JPA means or Spring ORM means indirectly you are learning hibernate. Web services are, you are learning Spring REST module means web services. Web application developments are, if you are learning Spring MVC module means web application development. So that's why you are a bit lucky people, 5-6 years, people are forced to learn multiple frameworks, web service framework separately, Spring separately, Struts separately, Hibernate separately. For them, frameworks means 4-5 frameworks they need to learn. But now all things are settled to what? One framework or one extension, 1+1, one extension, Spring and Spring Boot. Nowadays, we are not seriously learning Spring also, both. We are learning Spring to get into Spring Boot, and everything we are learning in Spring Boot style or not, guys. So now who is hero in framework sector, guys? Spring Boot. Who is master in Spring Boot sector, guys? Right. So last one is equal to remaining 3 ones. JWE framework is equal to MVC framework plus ORM framework plus web service framework. Yes or no? Na? I'm just categorizing, but last one is equal to remaining three frameworks or not, guys. I hope you enjoyed this discussion also. In Java, what are the things you have to learn? Language, technology, frame. In framework, what is the thing you have to learn? Spring Boot. But can we learn Spring Boot directly? That's why few days what we are going to learn. If anyone still feel these are not technical, I am helpless. I hope they are technical or non-technical. Yeah, technical only. Because we are seeing categorization of thing. Don't think that coding only technical. Everything is technical, right? Fine. Everyone please collect the backup videos. No problem. Yeah. Can I upload the net material, guys? Yeah. Newcomers, you can happily continue in this one. Please collect the backup videos. Initial few days, you have to collect material from what? My Facebook group by becoming member of this group. Later, I will give same material through Google Drive. Upload files. What's your batch code? 717, right? Yes, boss. Okay, where is this? 19th, guys. 19th. Admin, you stop keeping messages. I'll accept your request after the class. Okay. Now, Mr. Samir K, now you are free to ask your queries. This is the last time I'm informing. If all you are going to share payment screenshot and details means we are unable to logging details. Oh, it is admin. How ORM insert data into database without using insert query? We don't write insert query. ORM software internally uses JDBC, generates the insert query. Whenever we update the object, we don't write update query. ORM software internally uses JDBC and generates the update. Whenever we read the object data, we don't write select query. ORM software internally uses what? JDBC to generate the select query. Are you getting my point? Come on. Super. Will you get course certificate versus placement support after completion of this course? Yes. Course completion certificate, you will get it, but that is equal to trunk cleaner. What's the use of it? Knowledge is matter. Knowledge matter. You want paper? We will give. That's not a problem. It's a part of the system. It's a part of our ecosystem giving course completion certificate. Placement support. Yes. We conduct screening test. If we clear screening test, placing in the company is the headache of Naresh IT, especially for fresher class. Those who are looking to go as fresher, you clear screening test. It will happen once in a 1 month or 2 month. You target to clear it, very easy exam. Once you clear it, giving soft skills knowledge or other additional knowledge, okay, conducting mock interviews, bringing companies, making you people providing, giving your interviews to them, everything will be taken care by Naresh IT. We have a division called Naker, which is a division of Naresh IT, who generally take care of this kind of placements. Yes, guys. Namaste, sir. Shiv Varma. I am your old student. Joined in course 2007. My parent expire got gap 2017 to 22. Then I got job in 22 as fresher as full stack Java Angular. Your advanced Java give me power to overcome Angular. I joined in 2.4 lakh, promotion 4.22, switched to new company with 2.2, got offer of 6.2 lakh. Thank you very much, sir. Charan Sparsh. Oh, okay, fine. See, guys, he might have felt the importance of subject. That's why, though I'm stopping him, he shared it. So I'm really happy, Mr. Shiv Varma. Tomorrow, you please be ready with mic. I will ask to speak few words about your journey. because I like your technical knowledge anyhow, but you have shown great personality, boss. After losing parents also, you have not given up. You still came back to software industry and got the success. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Share my details and my email ID and other details. Yeah, everyone please take a copy of it. Course timings 7:30 a.m. to 9:15, boss. You can attend DevApps classes parallelly, no problem. Okay, DevApps classroom is ground floor, it seems. Are you going to teach debugging and test cases? They are very much part of our course. Ramjan, please watch initial days videos. There I talked about the in DevApps part of full stack Java. Mr. Abbos, you joined full stack Java. You don't know what topics are there in your course? Yes, DevApps is part of full stack Java, right? Yes, you can attend that both courses parallelly, not a problem. But make sure that you are not crossing 3 courses per day. If you are attending 4 courses, 5 courses per day, IRM, GIRM will happen. I also gone to Amiripet. I also completed courses. I also did courses with Natras sir, but sitting at home and playing chamachakka. Sitting at home and doing Bartan Dona program. Sitting at home and cleaning cow dung in the morning, early in the morning. So you want to do to avoid such statements in future, take 3 courses per day, 6 hours for learning course, 6 hours for practical, 12 hours gone, 8 hours proper sleep. How many hours gone? 12 plus 8, how much guys? 20 hours and 4 hours unproductivity activities, but you have to do it. Taking food, taking bath, this kind of unproductivity activities. Minimum essentials of the day. Because without those 4 hours, remaining 20 hours become horrible, right? Fine. Plan like that, definitely results will be positive. Okay. When you will provide Google Drive link. Okay. Google Drive link comes once all registration formalities are completed. Thank you guys. Have a nice time. Those who are looking for DevSecApps, go to ground floor. There is a classroom.